Attitude Era podcast. Y'all know what it is. That very end of 2025, bringing into 2026. But we got the guys in the building. Down below me, directly below me, we got your favorite wrestlers, favorite actually, the greatest heel in podcast wrestling today. I don't know how I'm messing these up because I don't know. I'm looking at one thing and then looked at the other. Kind of caught me off guard. But if you saw that as a little blooper reel,
last mess up of 2025. Last mess up of 2025.
The last mess up of
we live, baby. It is what it is.
But that's the greatest heel in podcast wrestling today. The most loved, most hated. You got phones ringing. That's crazy.
Hey, they calling to make sure you live. You ain't normally live. We live, baby. It's I think it's Saturday. It's Saturday. We live. We here to wrap up this year. Yeah, it is the most loved, most hated. The Archie
most loved, most hated. The Archie Carter in the building. Then next to him, down there at the bottom, your favorite wrestler's favorite podcaster. If you think your favorite wrestler is famous, see if you got a picture with Gamage. No picture, he ain't as famous as you think he is. And then there's the Mr. 17, the man you can't see, Mr. Brick Vibes himself. He's built it brick by brick.
And I gotta say this. It might be the last time I get to say this. The undisputed podcast champion of the world, King AP. And if you don't know why I say that, we got a battle lined up. We're going to get into it. The title is on the line. So, look, we ended 2025 with a bang and rolling right into 2026. HP, it's on you. What's going on, brother?
Hey, I love to see it. You know, we had a crazy year. This might have been one of the craziest years in wrestling. And I don't say that just as an opening dialogue. I actually mean it, and I think this recap we might get into a couple of reasons why. One, we got the Netflix era. We were brought into a new generation of wrestling. That's crazy. I see y'all coming down them steps. We got a whole new generation of wrestling going on right now as we speak, and you're actually alive during the time that it's actually happening. So it's not something that you get to talk about like the Attitude. You're alive now to see it. But I got to get with y'all, Z, Gamage, Archie. I got to ask y'all, man, just off the top of the cuff, something that just jumps off the page at you. How would you sum up 2025 in the world of professional wrestling?
I'll say it when we go through this recap real quick because I'm making it simple. This was the year of the GOAT, John Cena. So this was one of my favorite years of wrestling ever. So when we go through these moments, we're going to do recaps. You're going to hear a lot of John Cena from me because there's a lot of things people didn't like that I liked because I fuck with John Cena. It's like Star Wars. When Star Wars 7 came out, a lot of people ain't like it. I liked it because I love Star Wars. I just want more Star Wars. So you're going to hear a lot of John Cena from me today. And a big shut the F up. When we end with the big year-end shut the F up, I got a big one. So.
Oh, I got it. Gamage, you want or you want me to get into it?
You go ahead, man.
It was the year to go, but it's also year of the pretzel. And I got a shout out to not Auntie Ann, but Uncle Ann himself, Gamage, because the timeline was phenomenal this year, brother. You are Uncle Ann. You are the Pretzelmania lives on. Pretzelmania forever.
I had to pledge allegiance to that real quick. That's how real it is. But.
Timeline was it hasn't been a better timeline than Gamage's this year. But to sum up how I feel about wrestling this year was you ever went to a restaurant? HP, you a foodie. You like food. You ever went to a restaurant, smell good, the lights is there, the ambiance is beautiful. You ordered your food, and it looks fantastic. You see the cheese melting. You got the nice brioche bun on top. Fries are steaming. Beautiful. But you bite into your burger, and it's cold. That's how I'm going to sum up my year for wrestling.
Okay,
I get it.
Gamage. WrestleMania.
Thank you.
Before you go, Gamage, and I'm gonna say this one last time because y'all know me and DNA got at Gamaj for this. He all business. He like low key don't fuck with us in real life. He that famous, bro. So you gotta start. I done been in the same place with Gamaj for days and just seen him passing. I said, Gamaj, and then he was gone like a whisper, a wind or some shit. So you need to start inviting me to these places with these pretzels.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah,
that's the New Year resolution.
Uncle Ann, everybody.
Uncle Ann. Hey, so Gamaj, it's on you. We need how would you describe 2025, brother?
This was the year of injustice. That's really the best way I can put it. And no shade to Cena, even for John Cena, I think there was injustice. We'll get into that too.
So hey, that's it. Let's get this boat rolling, man.
Let's get the boat. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, we're gonna start off with a good topic. You know what I'm saying? Something I think we all, you know what I'm saying, will want to know. And at the end of the day, match of the year. Do y'all have a match of the year? Something this year that made you, you know what I'm saying? You probably watched it a few times. You know, anyone want to step out that box first? I can say mine, but I don't want to give credence to somebody else. And when
go ahead, do your thing, bro. We just hit the top.
I mean, before you say yours, I want to get this out the way and real quick. Shout out to Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes for their match on SmackDown. That was one of the best matches of this year. I just have to mention as an honorable mention because we got that towards the end. So I feel like we can't give it the justice it deserves for this moment right now. But I think it does deserve a mention at least.
I think you're right, and it's so fresh. It literally was last night. Technically, it was the week before, but we ain't gonna say nothing. But for my match, and I hate to have to say this, but sometimes nostalgia is the killer. It can kill a lot. You know what I'm saying? People spend a lot of money on nostalgia. And for me, bar none, it's actually AJ Styles versus John Cena. There are some other ones that I really had up there, but them paying homage to so many wrestlers throughout that match. It's almost like watching a movie that there's a lot of Easter eggs, so you go back to watch to see and it's just thrilling in that aspect, yet alone the match. So for me, it's a hands down John Cena versus AJ Styles match of the year. I don't want to them alone. Easy.
I got a controversial one, so I don't know if you want to go first, Archie, or if I should just shoot this shit.
Look, bro. I don't remember what happened yesterday, so asking me about something that happened throughout the year, I just ain't got it. I'm just here to talk with my guys and wrap this year up.
Let me shoot
the match of the year. I think it's probably Booker T fighting his blackness, but that's all I got.
Did he get all robotic for all of you?
He got robotic on me.
Yeah,
me too.
He done a gimmick switch. He robot Archie now.
Yeah, he got robotic. It was like you got to say it again.
I was like, damn, what have I been smoking on? It's crazy. But I'll shoot this controversial one.
Oh no, he got froze.
He got to leave and come back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop him down so he's not.
My favorite match of the year, was when John Cena made history at WrestleMania. Okay, yeah, let's get him back in so I can say this.
Oh, no, he's not. Archie's getting hacked. I see it, Vinny. He's getting hacked.
It's the Wyatt Six, bro. I see this all the time. It's the Wyatt Six, bro. They trying to stop it.
But go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go right now. My favorite match of the year was when John Cena made history and became the 17-time champion at WrestleMania with the help of Travis Scott and The Rock for some reason. And I know it was crazy, but it was history. And like a big John Cena fan like me, crazy moments. So my favorite match of the year was John Cena versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania when the heel John Cena made history, for sure. For sure. And I think there were better matches, like that AJ Styles one, but it's nothing compared to the impact of him getting that 17 time. Like people say Randy might beat it, but at this point, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm with you. I don't. Randy might beat it. I gotta plug in the.
Ooh,
there we go.
At this point, it's looking like maybe not.
Randy's got to make a return on television.
And unless those title reigns are going to be like transitional runs, I don't know how he's catching up to that at this point.
Wait, Gamaj, did you say your match of the year?
Not
No,
yet.
not yet.
Okay, let me hear Gamaj's because Gamaj got that deep knowledge of wrestling, bro. And bro, it better be some WWE only shit, bro, because it's too early to get me angry like that.
Nah,
So,
it's only WWE for this one.
Okay, bro. Okay, I could calm down.
So at first, I had three at first, but then I edged one of them. I thought about Cena and AJ. That was when I was contemplating with. Then I contemplated on the triple threat with Bianca, Rhea, and Io. But then when it came down to it, I had to go with the triple threat at Mania with Punk, Seth, and Roman. It just had a bit of everything in it. The match was great. The storyline made it even better. And then the moment at the end with Paul aligning with Seth, it just felt like everything came about perfectly. And it was also the match that saved Mania Night 1, if we're going to call it what it is.
Hey, I don't know if this is going to work, but this dude done conjured up some powers. So, you know what I'm saying? I swear right now, the most loved, the most hated. You got to see it. Make sure that you are tapped in and tuned in because 2026 is going to be a big year. But right now, let's bring up the most loved, the most hated, the Archie Carter.
A is for Archie. Most loved, most hated, Archie Carter's here. Raise your hand, scream his name, feel the fire, feel the cheer. I shine like diamond smile, 24 karat gold. He's the story, the legend, cooler than cold. Every eye looking, every heart skips a beat. He's who the women want and who men wanna be. Most loved, most hated, Archie Carter. Most loved, most hated, or just taking cover. The choice is yours.
Did you miss me?
Whoa,
I don't know what happened. I said something about Booker T and my phone died. I don't know.
bro, my mind is fucking blown right now. What the fuck? What just happened? That was
Whoever's in the
crazy.
truck, check your cash app. Whoever's in the truck, appreciate that.
That was crazy. Hell yeah. That was
Yeah. I love it.
And Gamaj can't have all the fun.
All I know is that I got a new candidate for best return this year, and ain't in WWE. It's right here.
That's a fact. And it was only like a 2-minute return. That's what's crazy about it. He left for 2 minutes, came back. That was insane.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns impersonation.
Oh man.
Me dip and come back. Nah, did y'all hear my match of the year? No, I know I was freezing up.
No.
You sound kind of like robotic, so we didn't catch it.
Oh, I said that it's hard for me to go through the year, but it's 2 matches I had that were great all year. Me fighting Carbs and Booker T fighting his blackness. So
Me fighting cars is crazy. I definitely we could go off on Booker T for a minute. You know that's a.
Oh, he's gonna. Hey, look, I'm fully leaning it. I can't escape it, bro. I'm a heel, and it is what it is. 2026, we turning all the way up. So
all the way, because
that's
I'm still processing from the return of Archie. I'm gonna be real. I'm here in in the days. That shit was wild, bro.
Most love. Most, hey, somebody gonna be singing that when they doing the dishes tonight. I know it. Someone gonna do it.
Yeah. Before we move on to the next topic, you gotta rap some bars in 2026 on one of these cars with an intro like that. I'm not gonna let you. Can't just walk around with an intro.
If I
like
could
that.
squeeze some
Not
bars
rapping
in
these
after
bars.
these 1,000 Pokemon songs, you got it.
That's a fact. What's the next topic, Jern?
So we just did match of the year. I gotta give with the good comes the bad, right? And I'm not even gonna call it the worst match of the year, but I will say, what was your biggest letdown? What was something you was looking forward to that you was like, oh yeah, and then you're like,
I'll go first. I got the perfect answer. I'll go first. I got the perfect answer.
I got two.
And it's
But
gonna be crazy because Archie wasn't here to hear. That's a double entendre. Archie wasn't here to hear. You feel the bar I'm going with?
My
best
you
match
might be in
of the
trouble,
year.
HP. That title might be going to New York.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It get different. But he didn't hear my best match of the year, but it's okay because ironically, it's also my worst match of the year. So my worst match of the year is the same as my favorite. It's when John Cena won the 17-time title at WrestleMania with the help somehow of Travis Scott and The Rock. I thought it was a beautiful disaster. It could have been much better, but it still had that impact from the moment. So ironically enough, as crazy as it is, my favorite and worst match of the year is both John Cena winning the 17-time title. You can't see me. If they got rid of Travis Scott, it wouldn't even be on that list. I don't know why Travis Scott was there. But shout out to Travis Scott.
I don't have a biggest match. My biggest letdown of the year was the lack of things for people to do. We didn't see much Roman. Randy somewhere doing whatever Randy does, but also Julia got cold. Phoenix got cold. Penta was heating up, then it cooled them off. Jacob was gone and came in and left. So it's a lot of people who really just didn't do much that came in super hot, super high. We was overly excited about. Then they kind of just fell flat, and they either aren't on TV or they're involved in other things with other people when they could stand on their own as artists, athletes, and wrestlers and really cook and do their own thing. So that's the one of the biggest letdown for me. Just a lot of people not really as involved or active as I would have liked to see. And there's a lot of names that just I got a list of 10 people I feel need a better 2026 than 25. We'll be dropping that on the timeline real soon. But that's the biggest letdown for me. Just not a lot of people getting their time.
Gamaj, you want it or you want me to?
No, I'll go. So I almost said Cena and Cody for Mania. I almost was going to say that. But I have to say the buildup of this whole year for Jey Uso. As much as I like Jey Uso, it has been a letdown. And if I have to pick a match to represent that just for this topic, it's got to be his match with Gunther at Mania. I can't unsee that finish. I can't.
Right.
Oh, let me insert this real quick. Speaking of Jay, I hated to see this. I'm so happy that it happened because I know it's like high risk and different things going on. But I hated seeing Naomi drop that title because she was on fire. She was scorching hot. She reached the pinnacle. Then Jimmy Uso, you know what I'm saying, did what he did. And she had to drop the title. But, hopefully all is well. Hopefully it's a good, healthy pregnancy with the baby. But I hated to see her reach the top of the top. But, it's a good reason. There's a good reason why she relinquished the title. But I didn't like to see it because I know what she did to get there, what she did outside of WWE. She's aligned with Sasha Banks at the time while having gold and put it down and said, I'm going to bet on myself. And that bet finally paid off. And, now she's, expecting a child. So shout out to Naomi. I just hated to see it. That's just me being selfish.
I also want to add to Naomi that when she had her match at SummerSlam, the Triple Threat, she was actually pregnant at that time. And she didn't even know that. Right. So salute to her for even going through that match, getting through everything healthy and safe.
Yes, salute.
I think we would be remiss to move on to the next topic without.
I still got mine.
No, HP ain't go yet.
Oh, okay. Let me mention this real quick. The biggest letdown. I think just in general, we should put the man I told to shut the F up twice, Triple H. I feel like he's just been a big letdown, doing mad letdown shit, being a letdown, being an overall kind of loser in general, doing loser shit. So like, yeah, that's a letdown. I almost put Jerry for daring to challenge me to battle, but like that's a stretched out letdown. So we gonna see. Yeah, there it is right there. But Triple H.
Honorable mention to Moose.
Yeah, honorable mention Moose. But I don't know if y'all agree, but I think just Triple H has been a letdown.
Yeah,
HP.
I mean, I hear you on that note with the Triple H thing. I'm not going to agree with it, but
ain't kind of a loser. But that's.
I mean, I would actually add biggest letdown is WWE booking everything way too safe.
What do you mean by that?
It's predictable.
Oh, okay.
Like it's way too safe. The only risk they took was Jey Uso.
And that didn't even make sense.
Maybe Dom, but yeah.
I wouldn't even say Dom, because even before this year, Dom's stardom was rising. It just hit that point at Mania when he got the belt. That's when it took off.
Yeah, but we'll get back to that. But I don't think the WWE had any metrics to say that this was going to be what it was, and they did it. And boy, did it ever pay off! Like that was like Bitcoin jumping from 15K to 100K, but overnight, literally. Like WWE was like, go back out, So. But for me, biggest letdown of the year. I don't want to put it on a person, right? But it's kind of hard because it ties into that. And mine is Randy Orton, but it's really going back to King of the Ring. King of the Ring, Randy Orton lost for the second year in a row in the finals. Last year was Gunther, and this year was Cody Rhodes. We didn't get a him and Cody storyline. And then later in the year, when people are asking where's Randy Orton, we hear the writers talk about we don't really have anything for him, so he's sitting out. When I hear that, and I also heard that Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre pitched for WrestlePalooza for Randy Orton to interfere in their match, and just Cody dropped that title, but the writers can't come up with nothing. I don't know if it's on the Randy Orton that like, hey, bro, you got to get more active.
HP, here's the truth, bro. It's Randy Orton. He don't need a story.
It's not that though. But here's my thing. We're just using you. We're just it's not. It's. I'm not gonna say it's just Randy Orton, right? Because they're only using Randy Orton to beat people to get beat by people, and it's been like this for years. They step on him every chance they get, so it's like another letdown. Another year of Randy Orton. We got Randy Orton versus John Cena. They put Cena over on him. Cena got over on a few people, but Cena took a bunch of L's this year too, and he didn't have many matches. Of course, it was Randy. Hey, Cody's in the finals, King of the Ring. Guess what, Randy? Time for you to take that big L, brother. Hey, we ain't got nothing for you, Randy. But the wrestlers are pitching storylines to get Randy in the game because there's no need for him to be on the sidelines. So I didn't want to put it on the wrestler, but I have to say this. That's what makes me the most disappointed of wrestling this year is that you could have done something with a legend. Cena chasing 17 and Orton chasing him. And that could have been the race to 17.
But even that is not it's not that Randy's not even active. Randy's not even on TV.
You know what?
We don't see vignettes. We don't see him backstage. We don't see him at all.
Let me change it then. The writers are the biggest letdown.
Yeah, I agree with that. The problem wasn't that he lost to Cena. The problem was what they did to him. Like I said this yesterday. Like, why is he just chilling? Healthy and like he wants to. I mean, like I don't know. There has to be something. Maybe he doesn't want to. Like it don't really make sense. So I agree. The writers is a letdown.
Yeah, I should switch it. Let me switch it. The writers because it really isn't on Randy when they're pitching ideas and they just ain't got it. But I hate.
But it might not be the writers. We don't really know. You know
what? That can also lead back to Triple H because going back to how Cody and Drew pitched that idea, which I don't know how you reject that. Guess who said no?
You're right. Hey, I'm with you. You're right. They all the biggest letdown.
Look, I told you when I was with Karrion Kross, he told me some things that, hey, I can't say this on camera. So listen, it's a lot going on in that company. Shout out to Killer Kross, by the way, and Scarlett.
Let me ask y'all this. Going into 2025, how did you think the Netflix era was going to go? And are you happy with what we've gotten so far? Because remember, January 5th or 6th, I think it was 6th last year, we went into the Netflix era, right? We had the big first card, Roman versus Solo, tribal combat. We had the World Heavyweight Championship match last year as well with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. How do we
You know what? I'm glad you asked that, because this could also be a shut the F up, and I'll reiterate this later, maybe in a shut the F up. But big letdown, and a reason why I kind of hate the Netflix era is when they moved all the PLEs to fucking ESPN and shit, and now I gotta like try and pay $30 to watch that. That's 60 bags of chips, and then like, I don't know about y'all, if y'all noticed, StreamEats got shut down. The dude got arrested. So the biggest letdown is the computer nerds who work with the FBI, who be like tracking them down to arrest them. So I can't be watching this shit easy. Fuck all of y'all. They need to be putting the PLEs on Netflix so we could watch it there.
See, I 100% agree. When they said Raw was going to Netflix, I was excited. They said first they said like WWE's going to Netflix, right? So I really thought, and then when it got clear, like Peacock was like, "Hey, hold on, we still got the PLEs, champ." And then later in the year, we got introduced to a different thing, PLEs going here, and that was like a letdown. And I don't want to tie it back to the letdown, but I had high hopes going to Netflix. I don't think Raw has been that bad. When it did, Raw's had a lot of peaks and valleys. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it got low, but then they boosted up and then they turned up. And we had one of the greatest Raws of the year, might have been of all time this year. But there was a lot going. I can't even think about the episode specifically, but I remember talking about it.
Which one? Which Raw are you talking about?
It was right around.
No, but what happened on it? You said it was one of the best ones of the year. What happened on that shit?
Cricket.
Look, how you can't remember what happened on that shit? And it was
I got to go back and kind of refresh my memory, because there was one Raw that were like, "Yo,
think about it." HP, why I tap.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think the Netflix deal actually lived up to any of its full potential, bro. It doesn't make sense, right? You don't have time restraints. There's no real time limits, but shows are getting cut. Stories aren't being fully told. People aren't being used. And it just gave us another place, like Z said, that you got to go. Raw's on Netflix. NXT's on the CW. SmackDown's where it's at. PLE's on ESPN. They cutting this pie so many ways, is making it hard to even find or get a slice of it. I don't like, back when I was young, everything wrestling was on one channel, maybe two, different on the weekends. But every day of the week, the wrestling shows are on a totally different streaming service. And that's part of the TV deals and whatnot. I just don't think the Netflix deal lived up to its potential, because, yeah, we've got one show, great show, every 5-6 weeks. Like, it could be a consistent thing. And not even saying it got to be 10 out of 10 every week, but a good 7, 8 could be very well possible with the talent they have. But again, we know what's going on in those boardrooms. Huh?
Shout out to the WWE Network.
Network was fire.
Oh my God, I missed the WWE Network. Like you ever seen a person who smoked cigarettes, but they quit like 2 years ago and they like, yo, I miss cigarettes? That's how bad I missed the WWE. That shit was fire. And I've been wondering if there's a place where all of WWE content is in one place like that anymore. It kind of just doesn't exist, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Is the pie is being split so much that it's hard to even follow. It's hard to even follow, because like I said, Monday is Raw, Tuesday is CW, which is hard to find if you can't find it. Then it's Friday is this, and the PLE is here, and then we got this on A&E. Oh, here, by the way, here's Stephanie podcast over here. Like it's everywhere, bro.
And it also had like a live channel. You could just throw that shit on, have it in the background, and be watching wrestling shit all day. That's my dog walking around. Y'all probably hear that. But yeah, WWE Network was crazy. Maybe Netflix will become that, like some form of that. But That I miss WWE Network a lot, man.
We'll never get it because the money that they getting from the Netflix deal is not even the percentage of what they was getting from the network. Because the network was like $5, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like $8 or some shit.
Yeah,
and bro,
so
it had
was like data like 10. It was like 8 because they were doing the same price as Netflix at the time.
So you got the whole library plus original content plus PLEs. Nah, we didn't appreciate it.
But we didn't. But I feel like it was crazy because it's what happened with some other streaming services too, right? They tried to start their own thing where eventually Raw, SmackDown, PLE, everything would just be there. But then along the way, they kind of took side deals and it weakened the core of WWE. Like Netflix, it never did that, even though it was like it never weakened its core of taking side deals and shit. So, yeah. Shout out the WWE Network. I miss that shit, man.
It's still available outside the US, which is the crazy part.
I think and I can't
Stephanie said, get you a VPN. Don't get you a VPN.
Don't get you a VPN. I think WWE
That's crazy
Network,
that she said that. My bad, HP, but that's wild that Stephanie McMahon would just tell people to get a VPN.
I think that the network was not failing. I think it didn't get the numbers they wanted. They reached for outside because in their mind, what they wanted was like 5 million people or 10 million. Because remember, it took them a little bit to get that first million, but they didn't understand you were coming out of the pay-per-view era, right? So people paid for pay-per-views, and you hadn't established PLEs yet. And WrestleMania was WrestleMania 30, the one Archie was at, the one where the streak was broken, was the first WWE Network PLE/pay-per-view. That was the very first time we got to see it.
That was actually a great WrestleMania too, by the way.
It was,
bro. That was one. I remember that was like one of the best WrestleManias.
I saw
maybe
Hogan, Rock, and Austin
ever
in the ring at the same time, bro.
Like if you list top
the Outlaws
10
was
Mania,
there, the Shield was there, Bray Wyatt with the live entrance, bro. I'm gonna go watch that back today. That was fire.
But
Daniel Bryan won the title. Yeah, that was 30 was crazy.
Yeah. That was also part of the WWE didn't understand their metrics. If they could have looked at their future and timed it and said, look where we're going, and just rode out the storm, they would have been in great shape.
But if they were going to get into business with TKO, eventually the network was going away anyway. TKO.
Well, that was years before.
No, I'm saying, but if this was the stopping point, that was going away anyway because TKO about that bag, though. They don't care about us. They want that bag.
Yeah, and that's a sad thing. But
your enjoyment, you want this library, you want the ease of everything in one place, don't matter because the money is telling us, hey, that's what we need to do. So
it is kind of working though. They are making more money than ever. So,
but also you're losing. So here's the thing about wrestling. Wrestling is a generational thing where you watch it with your kids. Like somehow you got into wrestling as a kid and your parents probably were against. Somehow you got into it, right? Then what did you start doing? You start watching it with your kids, your sons, your daughters, whatever. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to watch it with their kids. And it keeps going. It needs people to help pull like a tractor wheel, right? It keeps going like that or something like that. So,
bro, I think about that. You mentioned the kids. By the time like your girls get old enough, let's say 10 years from now, I don't even know what wrestling's going to look like.
But that's the thing. If you go back to when you were a kid and watched it, this looks nothing like what we saw. Nothing like it. It
was still good though. Some of this stuff is hard to watch.
No, absolutely. But to today's genre, this is great.
I don't believe that though.
They have moments of greatness. I'll say that.
I don't believe the fan of today even cares about the greatness of it because it's the highlights and the clips that they watch. And that's what I'm saying. The way they digest stuff now, bro, like we said, bro, we didn't have to watch SmackDown. We could have just read the highlights and moved on our day. But I don't know. It's just in 10 years, I don't even know what it's going to look like because it's like every other sport. It's getting faster. People are getting smaller. And the careers aren't as long. The average NFL career is, 3 years now? The average, we're not going to have 10, 20-year wrestlers, bro. It's going to be a high turnover because people are getting bags from other things. Like the young lady in NXT, I forget her name. She was like, yo, I'm leaving NXT. I got a bag to go play soccer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's influence of money.
Jasmine Nix.
It's Marvel money. It's once Jade Cargill does get that Marvel role, she's out of here, bro. it doesn't allow for you to become a lifelong fan. Is what I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah, Damian
hey,
Priest should have been out of there to play Namor. He's the biggest letdown of every year, bro. Like he should have
Well, now that we got those letdowns out the way, you know what I'm saying? We don't really like the Netflix era. I can see that. Let's talk about
hold
some
on. Can I say something? If you about to switch topics, well, I need to take over for a second because I need to introduce a drop topic. Now, a drop topic, I told them I was going to do this. We had some prearranged topics. Exact drop topics. We had some prearranged topics, but I told them I was going to hit them with some on the spot. So I got a drop topic for y'all. We going pretzel moment of the year. So my pretzel moment of the year was every Stephanie Van Cure match that happened. That's my pretzel moment of the year. Every single one. And every time she hit the Devil's Kiss move as well. That's my pretzel moment of the year.
To quote the great Wayans brothers and many people that have said this before, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Kind of like my pretzel moment. Roxanne, I want to be your man.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go to I think it was Money in the Bank. We got the double pretzel Devil's Kiss from Rhea and Stephanie Vicure at the same time. They turned over. They gave us that's where the Yamli really excelled this year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shout out to Vinny. He's in the chat. He's the creator and author and president of the Yamli. So shout out to Vinny Andretti.
You know, and that moment might have been my second one. Is not even a good moment. It's Jade Cargill when she got busted wide open by Nia Jax going into the stairs. That just showed me like, hey, some of these women, some of these people, sometimes we give them crap, whatever, but they are tough as nails. They can do just what the men do in some aspects and areas, and she really she got busted wide open, and it made for great TV. But yeah, tough as nails. So those are my two.
This just recently happened, and I said it the other day. Nikki Bella had that highlight on the other night. Yeah. Hey, some people age like milk, some people age like wine. Cheers, Nikki Bella.
Gamaj, what you got? And yo, just before you go, Gamaj, we gotta say this ahead of time because you know Gamaj really famous.
Oh wait, no. See, I didn't mean to cut you off. The pretzel moment of the year is Gamaj having photos with every single woman that was in the what's the match? The War Games match. 2 teams, 10 women, 10 athletes, 10 wrestlers, 10 pretzels. Gamaj has a picture with every single one of them again. Pretzelmania forever. Shout out to Gamaj, man.
But that's what I'm saying. So Gamaj, you got to remember when we talking pretzel moments of the year, this is strictly low key, like what was on television and shit, not what happened when you was at one of your famous pretzel parties with all the pretzels and shit. Because Gamaj
pretzel party is crazy.
Pretzel party. Gamaj, it's your highlight, brother. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm still gonna say Naomi with the Money in the Bank cash in. I have to say that was a moment that was long overdue.
He trying to keep it professional, Z. He trying to keep it professional. He trying.
No. This was honestly one of my favorite moments of 2025 at the same time too. And it is unfortunate that was stripped away from us way too short, but for good reasons, nothing bad. But
that's Jimmy's fault. 4 letters, 1 word. Ski. 5 letters.
But that was, and then also the fact that, granted, I've met her a few times prior, but to have met her during SummerSlam while she was champion, that was one of my most favorite moments of the year with that as well. Knowing that I got to
out of all the pretzels you met, the wrestlers, I want to know who smelled the best. Who had on that?
Oh my God!
That Bond number 9. Who had that scent that got in your nostrils and made you say, "I will never forget the way this person smelled."
Right.
Damn.
Right.
He going back. He there. He's
Why
standing
you
right
keep going
there.
to me? Why you keep going to me? Gamaj got to answer this. I ain't smelling these pretzels.
I don't know
get
what's going on. My hands will be free. Watch, my hand and the screen is like,
hey yo.
I don't know. I guess
Hold on.
my computer even wants me to whoop your ass. So
Ladies,
look, it did it.
Hey yo, what's going on here?
The 5 fingers of death has entered the building. We Dr. Jerry.
Somebody over here tapping the finger poke of doom.
You gotta answer though.
Yeah, so
Look, this is currently at the moment because it's been too many. None of them have smelled bad. I will say that now. None of them smell bad.
Right.
If I felt like one did, it was only because I met them post smash and they were sweating. That's probably the only reason.
Who was it? Who was it? Goddamn.
No, hold on. Let him answer the best.
I'm not gonna do that to violate, but
the fuck up, Jerry.
But one person who stood out, and this is, I mean, there's bias kind of, but no bias at the same time. Whatever Rhea wears, I don't know what it is she wears. But it's like, nah, it's not only when she be doing that stare down, when she be looking at people, it's something she wearing too. I don't know what it is.
So Rhea got the fragrance game on lock.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting Rhea. I was expecting,
Hey,
you know
what
again,
I was
they all
expecting to hear?
smell good. It was just whatever Rhea had on when I met her, like this year, it just stood out like, whoa, what is that? I ain't never smelled that before, and it's fire.
You know what I pictured in my head? Poetic Justice, Pac leaning over the thing, talking to Janet, and Janet being like, "You want to smell this punani?"
Oh, wait a minute. Hey. I'm talking
Hell
about
yeah.
perfume, HP.
No, I'm just saying. And then he was like, "Hell yeah!" And then she called her supervisor over and was like, "Yeah, this fine young dark brother right here want to smell my punani." And she was like, "Oh, punani, right?" And then she opened her mouth and was like, That's how what it went through my head when Gamaj was telling this story.
By the way, little Archie fact, another movie I never saw.
You serious?
God damn, done.
What's the movie you never saw?
You never saw Poetic Justice?
Never saw Poetic Justice.
The fuck? Oh wait, let's get back to the wrestling, y'all.
Hey,
God,
hold on, I gotta give Gamaj a mission for 2026. Yo, Gamaj, I know you're gonna see Liv Morgan in 2026. I just need you to put my name in there and be like, yo, my boys need you. So she know about my existence. So when I see her and I play that game, she'll be like, oh, Z the Dropper. I've heard it. Just put my name in it. And you know what I mean? Can you do that for me in 2026? Can you get me in that game?
Look, if I'm fortunate enough to meet her again, I got you, bro.
Nah, I'll be all over the con, man. Call me con man next year. Z, if I cross paths with Liv Morgan, I'm FaceTiming you on the phone. I ain't look, I'm there. We there.
That's what I mean. I'm gonna propose on the phone. You gonna be the best man at the wedding, Archie.
That's right.
the wedding. Ooh.
All right,
Let me pick the sippables. That's all I ask.
Right,
Also,
what's next,
Gamaj,
AP? What's next, AP? What we got?
That was way too PC an answer, Gamaj. You better be worried for when we get to the shut the F's up. I got something coming your way. But hold on, let's get to the next topic.
Well, hey, since we're trying to come back, you know what I'm saying? What's the best return? We're returning back to the wrestling. We're returning back to the bars. Who came back this year that had you at the edge of your seat? There's a couple people who came back this year.
I got one, and y'all probably not gonna like it.
Oh shit! Let's start with the man who ain't seen Poetic Justice.
Because I labeled this man the McRib for this very reason. He shows up once a year.
You said you label him a McRib?
McDonald's sell the McRib.
Yeah.
So once a year. Listen. Once a year they sell the McRib, and people go crazy over the McRib like they would have been eating it the rest of the year if it was on the menu. No, you're only going crazy over the McRib because you haven't seen it. It's exciting you, and it's in front of your face. I've been calling him the McRib for the whole year. I call his cousin Happy Hour Jay Uso. I'm talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He showed up. Got us excited after the final boss. So we was like, yo, final boss is back. He turning up, and he gave us absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's fair.
I ain't gonna lie, that was very
But a movie that maybe nobody really saw.
What movie was it?
See,
Case in
Yeah,
point.
that shit is like that motherfucker you was talking about yesterday. That I was like, who the fuck?
Mark,
But the best return. Yeah, look, he don't even know. That's like the best Raw. He talking so much shit about it. He don't
he was
even
the
know
mixed
what
martial arts
happened.
fighter. Mark, I can't think of his last name though.
Bro, was it one of those movies where they try to have mad meaning and it's just not that popping? Because
it was a MMA. It was telling the story of an MMA fighter. And he went to a whole transformation. Like he played an actual like Puerto Rican. Like he don't even look like The Rock. So shout out to The Rock for the dedication to the movie. But he showed up this year. Really didn't give us much, bro.
Yeah, unfortunately.
After coming on Final Boss, he had everybody's eyes on him. Like yo, because Final Boss was amazing. Like that was amazing. Like it might have been a happy accident. Shout out to Bob Ross. But we just
There it is.
So,
Smashing Machine. That's the name of it. Mark Kerr.
Hey, yo, Smashing Machine?
I mean,
that sounds like HP name on a dating profile.
Bro, this is my problem with you, HP. You over here talking about
movies.
This movie is fire, and you like, what's it called? Oh, Smashing Machine. Yo, that's the biggest letdown in 2025 for me, HP. Hey, yo,
I cannot wait to smoke your boots. I cannot wait to smoke your boots. They will dedicate a Lego set to Z. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to get a Lego set.
We got some Dolph Ziggler, some AJ Lee's in the chat.
Yeah, but let's get back to it. The best return outside of Z coming back to the pod on a full-time basis was definitely.
I like it. That's a bar.
No,
I got. You going? Because I got mine.
I'll go. I'm not gonna lie, man. There was a lot when I said a lot because I didn't expect to see some guys. Matt Cardona, I didn't expect to see. Dolph Ziggler, I really, really did not expect to see for real. I'm gonna say this though. I know people say AJ Lee. I know. But I'm gonna go Hardy's back to NXT and winning those belts. I think that was like low key when I rewatched it. Like, man. But if I'm not gonna choose that, I'm picking Brock Lesnar. When Brock Lesnar's music hit at SummerSlam, I stood up. I was excited. Oh shit! I had my jump off the pretzel with me. She was like, "What are we doing? Stand your ass up and show respect. The fucking beast is in the building." So to me, it was Brock Lesnar outside of the Hardys. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man.
You know what was kind of shocking and it snuck by people's radar, and it's shocking for like not personal reasons, but just things I know. Bro, seeing AJ Francis back in NXT was wild.
Yeah, but that's only because Vince isn't there. That's only because Vince isn't there. But wasn't it kind of through TNA?
Yeah, no, it was.
But the fact he was there was just crazy to me. Like I said, for things I know behind the scene but whatever, it's crazy to see that he got back into and did work. Couple appearances.
Yeah.
Best return was obviously AJ Lee to me. You know, like, it has that organic feature. You can't really duplicate that. So that was a whole moment. Might be one of the biggest moments of the year. But yeah, to me, that was the best return. A lot of good returns this year. But it's also a weird time for wrestling where a motherfucker will literally he won't be injured, nothing. He'll just be chilling for 2 months and they'll be like, the return. Like, and it's like, come on. But so
you mean
AJ
like
Lee return.
Roman Reigns?
Randy Orton?
Shinsuke Nakamura, who came back after 6 months of nothing.
I'm going with what Z said. I'm going AJ Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Because
that was a big return. Because
this is how I see it. Brock Lesnar is a good candidate, but at some point, you kind of felt like he was coming back anyway once that whole case with his name was out of it. Ziggler and Matt were good, but my thing was I already knew once they came back and they came back with their old aliases, they were losing anyway, so why was I going to care?
Damn.
And these are two people that are being never treated properly, if we're going to be real. So their returns didn't do that much for me. And they did what I thought. They lost. The Hardys was cool, but the Hardys return was more of a what if we got that in the main roster? That probably would have been my number one if we had gotten that in the main roster, if that's where they returned. But AJ Lee, nobody ever thought she was coming back, and she was gone for what, a decade?
Yeah.
And she looks great. I was even on this podcast saying I don't believe she's coming back. Yeah, and she looks great.
Rest in peace to Larry, man. Their dog Larry passed away.
You got going on over there, Jerry? What kind of wizardry?
I gotta highlight some points. You know what I'm saying? She looks great is an understatement.
Like that whole Hardy's returning on NXT that's disrespectful to me. That's like if Michael Jordan came back, like, and in the park, they were like, yo, he playing in the park on Saturday. Like, obviously you gotta return on NBA main event. Like, it's crazy to me, but
I would have told you
those people in the building that was there for that return, or the people in the park, they never gonna forget that. So,
and I tell you what's also crazy, and this was something Archie mentioned while they were doing the Cena tournament. Can you imagine the pop Jeff would have gotten if he was one of the surprise entrants?
That would have been crazy.
Yeah. No, so for that, I gotta go with AJ Lee.
Yeah, AJ Lee definitely.
Oh, Ilya Dragunov. I forgot about, like, I didn't forget that he returned, but it's just like.
But shout out to his return. That shit was Alexa Bliss had a good one too at the Rumble.
Didn't AJ come back from AJ came back this year from injury too?
Styles?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of AJs. You gotta always, you know what I'm saying? You always gotta put the last name with it. Which AJ? Francis, Styles, Lee, shit. AJ Anthony Joshua just knocking Pauls out.
I got a petty topic that I want to get out the way since we said best return.
Get that petty topic out the way.
Fine. Most the worst return and disappointing. Just worst for me in general. Nikki Bella.
Not too much on Nikki Bella now, or you won't be invited to the wedding.
I know that's wifey, but let me ask you a question. When she popped out at that Rumble, what was her reaction?
Crickets.
A lot. That might be a letdown too. A lot of people this year popped up and got no reaction. I think it's because they didn't really build people. They're just like, yo, go out. That Royal Rumble, like, people just sat there. Again, we talked about Bruce Pritchard talking about Jim Johnston wasn't him. They didn't brand or build a lot of these wrestlers well at all.
No, I think going to what Archie just said too. When you brand and build wrestlers, right? You think about that Jim Johnson era. We would get, remember how Razor Ramon came for weeks? We got montages on them, flicking people. They put him in the ring with people we cared about, and they did well. And then they made us have to care about him. Nikki Bella being shown 1 week with her sister or whatever, and the next thing you know, she's in the Royal Rumble number 30.
The montage used to be fire. Mr. Perfect had fire montages. Rick Rude had fire montages. Glacier, they broke the bank introducing Glacier to us. We don't even get that anymore. It's like, yo, this person pops up, then a few weeks later they tell us who they are. Like, Julie and Stephanie deserved a better rollout. Phoenix and Penta deserved a better rollout. Like, these people deserve much. These are international superstars around the world, but in WWE they minimize.
Archie, let me refresh your memory on the last time they did it. Right? What was my man's name? Da Vinci. They gave us a montage for Da Vinci this year, and he was gone this year. Like that. No, that was last year.
Video you played that was last year. Was more promo than some wrestlers got in WWE.
Yeah. So that they definitely went away from doing those montages. I don't know why, because when you have certain superstars, you're trying to show us that's important and why we should care. Penta got a couple graphics.
Nikki needs a stable. She just needs a bunch of bad chicks running around doing bad chick things. How Toxic Attraction was. Just run through the roster, just looking good while doing it. So,
well, the problem with Nikki right now is they have not made her look like a threat.
Ain't no problem with Nikki. She a threat to any chick in the room. You heard?
Exactly. I'm glad you said that, Archie.
I'll give you 5 girls that look wise I think is better than her.
Hey, we can't hear you. Your mic muted. I don't know. Something going on over
there. Wait, hold on. Let me say this. Because I got to get going in a second. So I actually want to get to my shut the F up real quick. Let me get to my yearly
Well,
shut.
let me get one more big one in. Pause.
Okay, good. Hey, yup.
Hey, you said go ahead too.
I'm
You
not saying
answered
pause
it.
no more, but I'm gonna flag on the play, man. Flagrant. That's
Nah,
flagrant.
that's we can take that to court.
That's a
Naturally,
two-shot technical.
Best PLE. WWE had a lot of PLEs. If you count Saturday Night Main Events too, count the NXT ones too. Z, what was your favorite event this year that WWE did?
I got
Plus
you right
minus
now.
whatever.
I got you right now. Saturday night main event, John Cena's last match ever. The last John Cena match ever. That's a moment like no ever. That was my favorite PLE.
All right, he said it. I ain't said it.
I told y'all gonna hear a lot of John Cena today. Not a
Bro,
moment.
I
guess
don't know. It was a lot of PLE. Every 2 weeks we got something. It seemed like.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go SummerSlam. SummerSlam, we did see John Cena capture the title, or lose the title. I'm sorry. We also saw 2 returns. One was Brock Lesnar, who I had my counterpart stand up and show respect to the Beast, and then the other was Seth Rollins and his ruse got a cash in. We saw Roman Reigns start the event off with Jey Uso in a tag match versus Braun and Bronson Reed. We saw the Hardys in attendance, the Dudleys in attendance, but they didn't, But I thought SummerSlam overall was pretty good.
Goodbye, you got.
So I kind of have a split, kind of. One, which I don't think anyone's gonna expect this. I would say Evolution 2.
Was that the cash
in the chat saying
Yeah.
that Benny and SCB first
Yeah,
lady
that
said
That was the cash in.
I would say Evolution 2. That was, if we're talking consistency of the matches we got, even promo wise, they did a great job with this PLE, and every woman in that PLE showed out.
Yeah.
And what was the main event? Io and Rhea,
Yep.
That was a fire match, and then we got an even arguably better moment when Naomi cashed in.
No, I think you might be right. I think me is biased because I was at SummerSlam.
No, you were there, so that's fair.
Yeah. So I can feel the energy.
Did Charlotte return this year too? Charlotte Flair?
Hold on, you showed it.
Alexa did. I don't.
No, she did at the Rumble.
Charlotte?
Yeah, because remember she won the Rumble. That was her return, and she fought Tiffany Stratton at Mania.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be Z. Where you at? We need you. I know you gotta go get your tuxedo fitted for the wedding. Liv Morgan
For the funeral.
Oh man,
He is getting his tux fitted.
He's gonna get the tux fitted for Liv Morgan. We need you to shut the F up. We know you got to get out of here.
My moment of the year was walking out of SummerSlam with this. Now, if you know, you know. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I have to
Chair versus title.
You said what?
Oh, you want to do that?
Uh-oh.
You want to do that?
Yeah, we could do that, bro. I'll bet my whole apartment on that shit. You ain't got
I ain't trying to make you homeless, my guy.
Bro,
you be over here living with me. I be talking to Z like one of the kids. Hey, put them snacks away.
Yo, so yeah, Z, we know you gotta go. What's your let's get that shut the F up and your final words for 2025.
I had 3 and I don't even want to give him more energy. So hold on, let me get the ISO for the shut the F up.
Yeah, let's get you.
Remember, we get into these real quick, and because I want to hear yours too. Bro, what's good with you? Okay, so my first shut the F up real quick, Jerry. Shut the F up. You be out here not knowing who to put in the ISOs. You thinking you're gonna win this battle, bro? For 2026, you know what? This is my one for 2025 and 2026 because I know you're gonna be on bullshit next year too. Shut the F up. But you're not alone, because listen, my second shut the F up, Gamage. It's crazy. You already on mute? Shut the F up even some more. Shut the F up. That's what's crazy. You out here talking about your favorite match with the pretzels. Is that you met all the pretzels in 2025, all of them, and you ain't invite me once. I ain't hear not one pretzel, but you gonna do it in 2026, so it's good. But for now, you need to shut the F up. All right, my last shut the F up, my biggest shut the F up. Archie, you cool. You don't get no shut the F up. Now, my last shut the F up real quick. These people, like, they be doing wild shit. Their boss like be like doing some wild shit. Like, I just don't like them. AEW, all of it. Shut the F up. Y'all be doing like, I don't even know what's going on out there. I'm gonna be real. I ain't even heard them say nothing. And I'm still telling them shut the F up just to make sure they keep quiet. You know what I mean? So in 2026, AEW shut the F up. And with that, one more thing, and this is gonna be a controversial one, but sometimes you got to just like, you see what I mean with Jerry? This is why he got to shut the F up real quick.
He not even on the screen.
Like, you gotta. That was funny as hell, bro. That was funny as hell. But yo, he might have to stay gone because my last one controversial. TNA, shut the F up. I don't like this TNA little crossover shit. It be coming in. They be thinking they nice with WWE. I don't even understand it. I'm not even a fan of that Joe Hendry shit. Like, shut the F up. So that's all my shut the F up for the year, real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so good.
John
so
Cena.
Good.
John Cena, everybody. John Cena, everybody.
Get out of there.
Well, Z, we had a good year with you, brother. We want to turn up in 2026. We know you got to go. And the battle, Jerry versus HP, Chair. Jerry versus HP. Z versus HP, Chair versus title. Look, I don't know what's going on, but you got to tap in.
You tried to save it right there and make it a battle you could actually win. He said you versus yourself. Like, nah, it's not like that, Jerry. But 2026, love y'all. Much love.
All right, Z.
I can't wait to smoke his boots.
Can I get one shut the F up in real quick?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Listen, we all love wrestling. A lot of us think our opinions matter. Some of them do. Some of them don't. There's a lot of wrestling content creators. Y'all need to shut the F up. You in your rooms talking to your posters. Your chats are only going to put fuel on the fire because they want a reaction out of you with the hopes that they see you. You may have a large following, but that don't mean you're right because a lot of y'all are loud and wrong. Go outside, touch some grass, and shut the F up in 2026. That's it.
Brother, I'm going to have to agree with you.
Oh, and Divine, shut the F up about the shirt. I'm buying you one and send it to you.
Nah,
I just need your address, Divine. You get one of them shirts. In the words of Loaded Lux, you gonna get this shirt.
Nah, I definitely think if I had a shut the F up moment of 2025, I don't even know if I could really. Oh, I got one. And it's kind of corny, but yet it still reigns supreme. I'm tired of hearing wrestlers. Cody's the one who sticks out, who said it recently that I can remember saying it, but it's not just him. I just know when wrestlers start saying, I listen to all of them. I work for all of them. Stop it. You don't. You clearly don't. We have wanted this title reign to end for a minute. You know what I mean? There is nothing. I can see Cody being a multi-time champion. He had his 1 year run. That should be his longest run. Cody, there's no tips and Cody doesn't look the part. When you look at Cody versus Oba, when we watch that match, I don't think anybody saw them and was like, oh, Kobe about to smoke his boots. I don't think anyone felt that way. So I don't want to hear no more, hey, we work for all of them. It's these people that put, no, it's TKO. It's TKO. It ain't none of us. We've been crying. I know the IWC sometimes gets out of control, but come on, bro. You're not appeasing the fans. You're not appeasing the people. And I get shock value, but to see behind the scenes and you guys just pick Jey Uso as some random, there was no grand plan for him. Shut the F up.
Yeah, that unreal is really unreal, dog. Like, I know kayfabe may be dead, but you don't got to shoot it. Like, some things we just don't need. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
We don't want to know how the hot dog is made. Just eat the hot dog, bro. We know it might not be
I've never
good
watched the show, and I'm not going to.
I can't watch it. I can't watch it. I refuse to watch Unreal, bro.
And then to what makes it worse, they're unveiling things that are still pretty recent. If it was at least maybe a decade ago, Minimum cool.
I told y'all, I think last year, I just found out Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman wasn't real. I found that out 20, 30 years after the fact.
Same.
So to tell me y'all didn't know who's going to win the Royal Rumble to 2 days before somebody randomly said Jey Uso is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And it really says why there's no long-term plans. When you say there's long-term booking, you actually showed your hand and said, no, you ain't got long-term booking. You have long-term convenience. Like, oh, we can have, hey, let's tie this back to that. Yeah, that'll be a great idea.
Long-term booking now is 2 weeks because they play stories out on TV, they play it out on the internet, they play it out in tweets, they play it out everywhere but in the wrestling ring. So we get 2 weeks of a story, we better be lucky.
Let me say this.
Perfect example.
One of the long-term bookings you have right now is Damian Priest and Aleister Black, and it's done nothing.
I don't even think that is. I hate that we're still seeing this. Did you guys not squash this? Why? What is going on with this? You're just getting this. You're trying to get this hot again. It wasn't hot to begin with. Damian Priest is lost in the sauce, and I don't like that because I think as a big, when you have wrestlers that are like physically demeaning, physically like imposing over others, you got to use them. Just like the NBA says, you can't grow height, you can't teach height, right? So when they draft to their needs.
Save Damian Priest, and I don't want to be racist or sound like a bigot or crazy. He got to go to AAA. That's it. Go to AAA and be a dominant force. He can be that character there. He can be the Archer, Infamy, and the Vampire or the Warlord or whatever he is there because they are character driven. They have Hamburger Boy. They have Mr. Iguana. They have people that can feed into that, and they can play into that and build that character and make it even more in depth and give it layers and give it the theatrics that it needs. Because anything Damian Priest does in the realm of Archer, Infamy, or whatever is going to be a constant comparison to The Undertaker. That's never going to work.
And he doesn't look the part for that, to be honest with you. Like, he's a big. Just put him in jeans and a tank top. And now just keep his name Damian Priest or just shorten it to Damien. I go by Damien, like, oh, Damien. Where
I'm saying, like, even if they want to do the darker thing, he can do it there and they can build it up. So, I don't know. So you got some more Timbs delivered to the crib?
Salute to my peoples, baby. Nah, but it might be time.
The show last night, HP had some Timberlands delivered to the crib. Like, ding dong, here's your order, Timberlands. HP's a wild boy. What else, HP? We're an hour in.
Yeah, I think we almost might have. And then I really wanted to just close on the moment of the year. I don't know if Gamaj is tapped back in. Gamaj?
There you go.
There he is. Moment of the year. Now, this could be anything, good, bad, or the ugly. I'll let y'all start it because I got to answer that door. Y'all heard that? Yeah, I'm still in the holiday.
That's the Averex coat to match the Timbs.
I'll be right.
I don't have a particular moment of the year because there was so much to cover in the year, but I do like the fact that we do see some new stars being developed. As much as we talk about it, and it may be the same people over and over again, but Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Dominic Mysterio, Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, hell, Trick Williams now, Ilya. We're starting to see some of the younger talent step up and be elevated to the next level. Javon Evans probably had the best year out of anybody in the WWE. The boy went from being not booked to on wrestling on Raw, SmackDown, in AAA, and at John Cena's part of John Cena's farewell tour. So I really think seeing these new stars become stars is a big moment just for stars, period, but also in WWE because we've been complaining about it. We haven't really seen it. So to see that, I think that's really, really, really dope. It's a list, and to see people who have never in their lives be part of the WWE, I think that's dope. Penta was in tears, bro. Like, I didn't know it meant that much to him. You can be a star around the world, but that meant something to him. Ray Phoenix, I feel the same way. People coming back to the company. So just seeing the talent being developed and show up, I think that's really dope. Because we're going to need new stars in about 3 years. So I think that's cool. What you got, Gamaj?
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest moment of the year has to be Cena's heel turn. The initial heel turn, not his run. The run was not great, but the fact that that moment even happened, it shook the whole wrestling community. There's no denying that. And I don't think there's been a moment this year that caused such a big ruckus since that moment.
I think the WWE had a lot of good moments, but a lot of them is like little is like I said, Penta crying because he was so grateful to be in the WWE was huge, right? But that intro that John Cena gave to AJ Styles, stuff like that sticks with me. I think that was a huge moment because it solidified AJ, and John Cena literally broke the rules, and they didn't know he was going to do that. Nobody knew he was going to do that. Alicia didn't know. He's just able to pay, but he said he apologized later because it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission because they would have told him no. But for AJ Styles to be acknowledged as the face of TNA, for AJ Styles to be acknowledged as the leader of the Bullet Club
The
on
fact they even said
WWE
Bullet
TV,
Club, they don't even say that.
that was a huge moment. Like I said, it may not have been a match, it may not have made the headlines, but that was amazing. The love AJ received in Tokyo. They treated AJ like he was the absolute best thing ever. That footage from Tokyo give me chills, bro, because AJ Styles needs that recognition. AJ Styles needs that recognition. Shinsuke Nakamura needs that recognition. Finn Balor needs that recognition. Sheamus needs that recognition. These are people that are legends around the world. Oscar needs their recognition. Io Sky needs their recognition. But when they come to America, they don't get put in that legend box. And these are some people are foreign born, like I mentioned, and some people are American. AJ Styles from Georgia. If you hear him talk, you can tell he's from Georgia. So for him to get that recognition, I think was a beautiful moment. And those are big moments to me. Because like I said, in 3 years, we're gonna need new stars, and these are gonna be people we talk about. And remember when? But yeah, for him to get that recognition, I thought that was amazing. For them to treat him like that in Japan, I thought was amazing. And I just really appreciate that type of stuff.
No, same, I agree. And that's also why I really like the Paris France crowd, because the way they gave, that was like probably one of the best ovations I've ever seen him get in his WWE career.
I think that's the crowd that really got Jey Uso lit. When he got that entrance in Paris and the lights were everywhere, like that was amazing. So to me, like I tell people all the time, I cry a lot, dog. I'm a random crier. Like I might see a baby taking his first steps or somebody win the lottery. Certain things like that just touch me, bro. So to see, like I say, AJ get how you gonna answer the door to sitting in the car?
Oh no, I'm so we
Oh,
were
you
doing a little work and we had to turn power to kill the lights and it killed my internet.
oh, this guy. Oh, can we finally tell him what he tell us? Turn your phone.
Yeah, it killed my internet. So I was like, what the hell? Oh shit.
Oh no, I was just saying like my moments of the year, it wasn't particular matches, but it was like seeing new stars get developed. Lash Legend, Dominic Mysterio, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Brian Breaker, Ronson Reed, those people get elevated, and the list goes on. So Ruka, Stephanie. But I also said to me, that intro that John Cena gave AJ Styles
Yeah, I heard
was a
that part.
huge moment. And then now, just the older stars getting the recognition. Finn Balor needs that moment. Shinsuke needs that moment. Oscar needs that moment. These people who are legit legends around the world who've kind of been put in the WWE box needs those moments. It felt good for AJ for me to see that because I always say AJ Styles is a Snoop Dogg wrestler. Arguably the most famous, not the most popular, but most famous because he was the man everywhere he went.
Everywhere around the
So
Yeah.
world.
so for
And
him
to
to
this
get that
day,
recognition, that just felt good to me.
yeah.
So
And it's a lot of legends who say AJ is the Bret Hart of this generation.
That's a I mean, I can't disagree with that
because
because he
his face,
definitely
bro, I will never forget his face when he was like, he was like the face there. Okay, he's the definition of total nonstop action and the undisputed leader and ace of the Bullet Club. That will never ever be said in WWE again. So shout out to John
no.
Cena. Shout out to John Cena for being selfless in this retirement. We don't know if he really what really was going on in it, but he really shined the light on people as much as he can in this, and I think that's dope too. So man, shout out to John Cena. I'm gonna be with him in January. And if you want tickets, you gotta turn to the Wednesday Night Wars because I might have tickets for you to go check out John Cena. You heard me?
Salute. I'm gonna have to agree. My only other one, really, that or Dom winning the Intercontinental Championship and being told it wasn't just that he won, it was when they told him go back and he went back. That was like confirmation. This dude is over. You didn't even know what you had. You really didn't. And luckily it worked out for WWE where they had something that was truly great. But those are my two biggest moments of the year. Bar none. I really, for me, maybe CM Punk winning could be like number two.
Yeah. So before we get about here, rate the year 1 to 10 in wrestling.
Honest opinion.
All things considered.
All things considered, SmackDown going from 3 hours to 2 was a plus, only to get told the next year. The next SmackDown was starting off back at 3.
We back, baby.
That hurts. A lot of the PLEs weren't good. I would say a perfect 5.5, maybe 6 at best. 6. I'll go 6.
I got 6. A little higher than that.
I go 6. I thought the year started off good with going to Netflix and the hype.
I think the year had a lot of good moments. So I'm going 7.5 because I'm a moments person. I'm a moment. The AJ moment is big. Brock is big. Punk is big. The moments were huge. So I got to get 7.5.
You know what? I'll bump it up 1. I'll bump it up to a 7.
The TNA merger is something we never thought we would ever see.
I'll bump it up 1 to a 7. Not a 7.5, but a 7.
7.5. Gamaj, where you got it?
I'll say a 6.
Yo, see this right world?
SCB got it 4 and 5, 4.5 out of 5. Vinny got it 6 for 10. What you say, Gamaj? 6?
I say a 6. I almost went with a 4.5 though.
Yeah, I do, because you're right. Some of those moments, like seeing Dom go crazy, seeing the Netflix startup, something we've never seen before, that was crazy.
Bro, they did a Netflix startup. They merged with TNA and bought AAA. That's huge.
Yeah, that. I'm not gonna lie.
Some people getting opportunities they would never have gotten under Vince McMahon's reign, which is good and bad. But
yes, no, but
I got it at 7.5, man, because they put out a great T-shirt. Shout out to Divine, man. That T-shirt is what pushed me from 7 to 7.5.
Because even with Raw, it's only 4 episodes out of the year that stood out to me. That was the debut episode on Netflix, the Raw after Mania, the Raw. The last Raw before Survivor Series, when Brock came back, Roman came back, and everybody was just
that's the Raw that was super crazy. I was talking about with
Jay was up, like Devon said, he got it at 7 because it's been inconsistent.
Yeah,
it's like you go out on a date with somebody, and the first date fire, then the second date, like I don't know if this person like me. Then the next date is fire. So it's the inconsistency is what kind of killed it, I think, for a lot of people. Because you turn it on 1 week, you got something great, and the next week is like it's like you go to a restaurant and it's a different cook in the kitchen every time. This is supposed to taste this. It's the same recipe, but it tastes different. So
yeah. And then the other one is when the division turned on Seth Rollins when Braun just speared him, because nobody saw that coming at all.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and the Wednesday Night Wars, that was a highlight of the year, man. Shout out to everybody that taps in on Wednesdays. We had a great year, man, on Attitude Era Podcast. We got a lot cooking. We started off with a battle. We ended with what we start off with. I mean, we start with what we end with, which is crazy. But Wednesdays will be fire. I got your John Cena tickets. Tune in Wednesday. You'll find out how to get them. I got them. I ain't lying to you. I got them. I'm not only he's gonna be there. I'm gonna be there as well as a whole bunch of other people. Gamaj, before we get up out of here, any last words? Any last shut the F ups? Any thank yous? Any pretzels you want to shout out? What's up?
Yeah, one last moment of the year. Io and Rhea's match on Raw, sometime in January when they defended the belt, and Io beat her on a Monday Night Raw. Which
very good.
Nobody thought Rhea was losing it that night. And for her to get dethroned and they gave it to Io meant, yeah, they got to start pushing Io because people wanted Io in that main event spot.
I think Rhea need to turn Rhea up next year. Either turn her up or let her go away for a while.
Rhea, you can tell this year they calmed her down.
People kind of falling flat on her. HP, what you got for?
Hey man, tap into the Hall Priest universe. Y'all know what it is.
Also, more details to come on me versus the Dropout title for chair match on the line. So we will see what that is as a SummerSlam commemorative chair versus the WWE Undisputed title. Y'all know what it is. Am I truly the king of podcast wrestling? Oh, absolutely. We'll find out and I'll prove it. But outside of that, man, just tap
And I'm
in.
throwing in one of those Attitude Era Raw shirts. Those from Walmart, yo. The Divine, my boy Divine designed that. I just want to shout out the chat, man. I'm trolling Divine right now. Shout out to Vinny, SCB, Mike, the regulars that's in the chat. That's the highlight for me. We come in here, we talk this wrestling thing. But I tell you, man, sometimes I need to be in front of this camera talking to y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. It's been a crazy year in the real world. Politics has been crazy. The economy has been crazy. Hell, family get crazy. Jobs get crazy. Relationships crazy. I got a cat. My cat be crazy. But let me tell you, man, when we get on these cameras, even if it's for 20 minutes, 2 hours, it's just a good escape. And shout out to the best chat on the internet. I say that and I mean that, man. I'm getting a little teary over here because a lot of y'all really hold us down. The messages on the phone, the messages in the DMs, all that stuff. Somebody hit me up and it's like, yo, this is a mental health check. I just want to see how you doing. All that stuff does not go unnoticed or unseen because we really do appreciate y'all tapping in with us. And we will be back in 2026. We will be back Monday for the Monday Night Raw recap, doing it right after the main event of Monday Night Raw. And this Wednesday, I'll tell you how you can get your tickets to go see John Cena with me in New Orleans. But man, this After Our Podcast, the year in review. It's been a good year. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my guys. DNA's out doing DNA things. Gamaj, aka Uncle Ann, the undisputed pretzel king of the world, pretzel mania forever. You know my guy King HP, the undisputed podcast champion of the world, and it's me, the most loved, most hated D. Archie Carter. After Our Podcast, we see y'all in 2026, but before then Monday. Okay, we got to run in. Peace. Daddy, me and Kai made sides.